Hello everybody, and welcome to another third-party Transformers review. Today I'm taking a look at Mastermind's Creation's first offering in the third-party masterpiece race, in the form of PS-01 Sphinx Espionage. This is part of their Ocular Max line, the Perfection series. Now of course, this is based on the G1 resemblance of Mirage, and the box itself is glorious. Absolutely glorious. It's a really nice size, it's good, cheap for postage, and looks incredible. Love the fact we've even got a tech spec on the back there. As we open the package, we've got the credits of who designed, sculpted and packaged the toy. And out of the box we get a parachute for Sphinx, we get Sphinx himself, we get 2 weapon accessories, we get an instruction manual, a tech spec card and an alternative head. Now, the original Mirage mould was based on the 1986 F1 Ligier car, driven by Jacques Latif, I think it was. And they've got a pretty darn good resemblance. Okay, yes, the sponsors are slightly off, but that's to avoid copyright infringement. For example, we have Goo, yeah? We have Citans instead of Gitans. And on the front there, we've got Liga as opposed to Ligier. I mean, that's pretty darn close though. I'm not sure if that's something that repro labels will be able to fix, just obviously because of the copyright. But we may get something from the guys over at NES. They don't seem to really care about things like that. Now, I never really intended to get hold of Sphinx. I was actually more than happy with Invisible, my Masterpiece collection. The DX9 Unique Toys offering. It was a good figure. It's contains 26. You've got almost the correct sponsoring, although they have missed half the N out. That's probably gain for copywriting. But, it was a good stand-in figure. And then I saw more and more people getting hold of Sphinx. And I thought to myself, man, that figure looks phenomenal. So I found him on ages 3 and up when I was ordering my Gundog, and I caved in and whacked him in my cart. No regrets whatsoever. In hand, he's about the same sort of size as Invisible, pretty much spot on, but he has that masterpiece engineering, he has the masterpiece look to him. And just the overall finish is phenomenal. It's high grade. It really is top end third party. It's actually one of the only MMC figures I own. I've kind of narrowed down my collection to just kind of masterpieces and some of the Generations Combiner Wars. And I'm so glad I added this figure. I'm not going to get rid of Invisible. He's just going to be kind of demoted, I guess. He's going to be put on my Studio Ox shelf, along with my TFC figures and Carry. I think they'll look really, really good together. He's got that kind of vibe when he's in his bot mode. He's not really as G1-esque in his bot mode. Anyway, we're not here to review Visible. Let's take a look at Sphinx. As you can see, I've already fiddled around with the front spoiler section there. You can just move those in and out, extend them as you see fit. The wheels are rubber and they do move like so. You can move them up and down as well. They do tend to sit a little bit higher up like so, rather than sitting completely square. That's just due to the die cast in this. I mean, it is a good heavy car. If I was just to hold that like so, I honestly wouldn't be able to pick this out of a box of, say, like the Matchbox toys of a similar scale. It just feels like a good toy. It doesn't feel like a Transformer. The back wheels, everything rolls nicely. Again, it's all rubber. And it's phenomenally well designed. can't sing the design praises enough. Scale-wise, I'm not an expert, but visually, I think that looks incredibly well scaled. Ooh, unfortunately it doesn't pass the I Can Fit in Optimus Prime's trailer test. At the end of the day, it's a race car with a huge rear end. I don't think I was ever really expecting it to. Looking up close, we do have this holographic driver in there gripping the steering wheel. Now he is actually literally only a torso and some hands. He just literally plugs in like so. But again, scale-wise, they have scaled him remarkably well with the Masterpiece figures. That is attention to detail, people. That is attention to detail. Both his weapons can be tabbed in either side of his rear spoiler in his vehicle mode. The first port of call to get him transformed is to remove his weapons and the driver, so just pull the driver out and put him to one side. If you look on the underside here, these wheels are locked into place. Yes, they move up and down, but they don't move forward and back. You can slide these forwards on this sliding peg there. I'm going to move those forward, and you want to move these wheel sections to the back, like so. Just push that back and push that back, and that's going to go all the way behind the spoiler and just tab in like so. These door sections are going to slide apart. Just grab this section here and grab this one and just slide those apart, unlocking the mechanism underneath. Slide this side section down. As we bring that down, we can bring this section up and over. Extend the legs by sliding those down. And with these blue sections here, just collapse those into the legs like so. Just tabbing them into place. Pull the foot plate down. That's going to rock upwards and come downwards. And then you want to just reverse the engine block to this position. Come round to the back of the driver's cab and just lift that up. Rotate this block around. We're going to split this in half. Bring that down and just tab both sections in. Rotate the waist and slide upwards and outwards on the arms. Let's tackle these arms. Untab the 26 logo from the base of the white section and rotate that around like so. Slide this section out and pull the joint downwards. Come to the underside and we've got this fist in here. We're going to move the fist out, and as we bring that out, this cover is revealed. We can then push the cover back in and slide that back, covering up the arm section. Slide these side panels back down to the side of the arm, split the legs, come round to this tab section here, bring that down, fold these wheels inwards and upwards until they tab in. So bring that round inwards, upwards, and push to tab. Bring this entire section down. Make sure these sides are tabbed in. Push this section up and forwards. That's going to tab into the tab on the chest. Pull the head up like so. Make sure this chest section is tabbed in firmly, and finally come around to the side sections, just popping that up and clicking that into place. And there we have one masterpiece Mirage. Let's bring over his shoulder cannon. There's a clip there, and that can clip onto the die-cast section next to the head. Just pop that on like that. And the gun, like most Masterpiece third party or official, has two pegs either side that can slide into the hand, tabbing in very, very firmly actually. It goes in there really nicely when pushed, and we can just close off the fingers, securing that into place. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely a masterpiece. The alternate head that's provided can be swapped out by just pulling off the faceplate of the current figure and installing the new one. You also get the alternative back of the head without the significant logos. Basically, if we look at the back of Mirage's head at the moment, he has the logo, its insignias on the back there. I mean, I'm happy with that because you don't get to see those anyway, but the option is there to change it out for a blank one. Man, looking at these two in their bot modes, they actually look like two completely different characters. Wow. Looking at Mirage with some of his G1 comrades, I mean, he looks fantastic, doesn't he? You would not bat an eyelid. He is perfectly designed. I mean, he fits in with the official figures perfectly. Yeah, okay, Grimlock's the overscaled knockoff, but Mirage is meant to be there. Almost like he just blends in. Right, before we check out his actual robot detailing, let's check out his articulation. His head can move up and down, left and right. Really nice range there. You've kind of got this sliding forwards and back motion there, as well as the rocking motion, so you can go, oh yeah. The shoulders can come out, down. We have a full rotation. You've got a upper bicep swivel, hindered somewhat by these 26 sections, but you can slide those back. It's just my preference to have those down. You've got a nice deep bend at the elbow, and we have a full wrist rotation, and as well as the fingers are all on a single pin, but they're in a nice grasping position. The waist moves freely, left and right. Ab crunch, forwards and back. That's nice. Not enough Transformers have an abdominal crunch. The front skirts lift up to give us forward motion. Now there is a bit of play on that thigh. Now that is gravity coming into effect because we have a lot of die cast in these feet. I'm sure there's a way of tightening that up. Sideways, it's not so much of a problem. The joint is slightly tighter. It's literally just the forward motion that causes the issue. Going backwards, again, not really much of an issue. We have the upper thigh swivel. We have a double jointed bend at the knee, which gives us a cracking range of motion, and we have the pivots on the entire foot, not just the toe section like we get with most third-party figures. We get the entire foot pivoting, and we get forwards and backwards motion and tilt on the toe. So we can get some really dynamic poses with Mirage, limited pretty much only to your imagination. Let's just take a closer look at some of the detailing. The face sculpt is exceptionally well done. Really, really good paint applications. Nice use of slightly different blue on the head. Not hugely noticeable, but it is slightly different to the darker blue on this side of the car. I like the chest section there. I'm not sure if this red check section is meant to tab the other side of that tab on the chest there. I can't seem to get it to lock into place. It does sit quite nicely there. I'm not sure if it's meant to tab further forward though. You do have the option to extend these skirts at the side here if you want to pad his waist out a little bit, but I think he looks a little bit silly. I think they look nice just tucked in. The hands, nicely detailed. Maybe could have done with just a lick of paint on those, but the sculpting is fantastic. I love just how much die cast is used on this guy though. I mean, this chest section here, that's die cast. These are die cast. There's die cast in the legs. There's die cast in the joints. You're really getting your money's worth when it comes to Sphinx. Gorgeous, gorgeous figure. Now, as part of this set, I also got the PS Plus Sphinx parachute set, which is really, really nice. It's just some handles molded to fit in the hand with a couple of wires and this nice clear yellow parachute. And you also get an alternative face sculpt. Again, another one included in this set. Really nice animation resemblance there. So there we have it, guys. This was PS-01 Sphinx Espionage, part of the Perfect series Ocular Max from Mastermind Creations. My final thoughts: if you already have Invisible, is this worth getting? Yes, it is. This is pretty much the definitive masterpiece version of Mirage. Invisible is a good figure, but I wouldn't necessarily say he's animation accurate. And I think that's what a lot of the guys want to go for. They want to go for an animation accurate figure. And this is probably as close as we're going to get. Invisible's not lost or forgotten. He's going to have a nice place on my Studio Ox shelf. And he's going to look the bee's knees on it. But Sphinx, he's just incredible. He is a delight to transform, a delight to play with, and a fantastic move for Mastermind Creations. Thanks again to the guys over at Ages 3 and Up for getting this shipped out to me so fast. Alongside Gundog from Make Toys, he should be reviewed shortly. Again, that's another fantastic figure, but that's another story. From myself and Sphinx, thanks for watching. Goodbye.